everyone. So I'm today trying to queue up this quite famous 47 Biryani that was opened by this like a foreign worker, if I'm not mistaken, and its first branch is at Yishun. So now they have actually opened one branch at Hougang Food Hub 159. So I'm just here to come and do a filming and then also like try out their biryani because I'm a big fan of biryani. And they only start to sell their biryani from 11:30 AM onwards to 3:30 PM, and they are off on Tuesday for this particular outlet. As you can see, it's only at 11:10 and the queue is already quite long already. There's like almost like 7-8 person in front of me. By the grace of the owner, they finally started to sell the biryani at 11:22. If not, the queue will only get longer. So these are the people who are in front of me earlier, and you look at the queue now. Finally, at about 12 PM, I'm this close to the store already. Actually, if they have like a faster cashier and one more helper, right, the queue could have moved so much faster. Look at all these poor people just queuing there. I'm also very poor lah. I queued since like 11:10 and then now at 12 PM just only until here. So it's actually quite slow. And this is what I bought for only 4 people. Woohoo! Okay, let's go home. Okay, look at the crazy feast. So I got every flavor that the shop has to offer. So there's a chicken curry, there's a mutton curry, there's a fish, there's a fried chicken, and then there's a tofu. And then we're going to give our taste test now. So Chef Louis was actually asked to do a review for them, and he specifically recommended the tofu and the fish. So as like typical dum biryani or sort of, the meat, right, is actually stuck inside the rice, so you dig for it lah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my verdict on the mutton. On the tofu. Tofu. It actually tastes a little bit like fish curry. So it is marinated with those spices, and then they go and cook it together with the tofu itself. So you will find some resemblance to the tofu, to the fish curry. Let me try the rice without the gravy. The rice is kind of bland compared to the usual biryani that I'm used to. So without the curry, right, you won't find much flavor for it. So the curry is a must go with the biryani itself. Now she's now trying the chicken, and then she had the mutton. So how was the mutton?
No, I had the chicken.
Oh, that's the fried chicken, is it?
Yeah.
So how's the chicken?
It's not too bad. The rice is a bit bland. It's not your typical biryani rice.
Yeah.
Chicken well marinated. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Okay, so the curry is the one that gives flavor lah.
Yeah.
Same lor. Okay, they also give you a very nice big chunk of potato for every biryani. In case you don't think you'll be full, you will be surprised. This thing will fill up very fast. Wow, the potato is really good. They don't put a lot of spices or marinade on it, so you really taste the potato and its sweetness by itself. But wow, it is made in such a way where it's so tender. Once you bite it, right, it just like punch right through. Really good. Okay, now to test the achar. Not that they give you a lot lah, but yeah, it's still something, right? Let's try the achar. Achar. The achar is a bit more sourish than the usual one. Less sweet. Not too bad. It will definitely help you cleanse your palate. I'm gonna try the fish. So the fish, I think, is boneless. Comes in different small chunks here. Yeah, it's coming in small little chunks. So like I mentioned earlier, right, the tofu tastes a little bit like the fish curry marinade. So I'm gonna just try the fish one to see if it's that much different or not. Itadakimasu. The fish is very tender. The marinade is definitely stronger than the tofu one, for sure. I also kind of like the fish one. Not too bad. Maybe because I'm just a sucker for curry, but yeah, the fish one tastes really good too. So with some rice. I don't usually have a lot of fish biryani or fish curry, right? But my impression of fish curry usually is a bit sourish. But this one, it's not sourish at all. It has another kind of spice I don't really find it used for the chicken or the mutton. I can't put a name to it. It tastes a little more bitterish. It's not super bitterish, but it's just slightly more bitterish. But once you have it, you really can't stop. It's really good. I like it. She's trying the tofu and then she's having the 2 chicken, right? I'm gonna try my favorite, which is the mutton. So the mutton, one thing good about the mutton is I don't usually like those where they give you a big chunk of the mutton with the bones. Those meat are really tough sometimes, so I don't really like it. I prefer the mutton cube, which is what is provided here. Yeah, I'm gonna try the mutton curry and the mutton biryani. Itadakimasu. For folks who do not like the mutton, the kind of mutton smell or mutton flavor, right, this is not for you. But for people who love the kind of smell, the strong mutton flavor, well, this mutton, right, did not get overpowered by all the spices. So when you every bite, you can still smell the mutton smell, and this is really right up my alley. I love that mutton smell, so really good, really good. I guess mutton meat is generally a very expensive meat, so they don't give you a lot of pieces here. But the prices are not that expensive. So it ranges from $5.50 to $7. $7.50 I think. Not too bad. If you like strong flavor, right, the rice itself will not give you much of it. But you get a very nice skin of like onion. They have a lot of fried onions in it. Yeah, I think they use a lot lesser turmeric. But this is not your typical biryani you find in Singapore. I don't think it's the typical style that we have. This must be like a Bangladeshi or a Pakistani style. Maybe it's a Pakistani style because I remember I had Bismillah, which is the 1 Michelin biryani. The rice tastes a little similar like this, but I prefer this rice than the Bismillah one because it still has a lot more flavor compared to that Bismillah biryani. And I believe Bismillah biryani, I don't remember their curry, or rather I don't remember they have a lot of curry, a lot of gravy. At least this pack, right, is filled with most of the curry inside. So if you just mix it around, you'll probably get all the curry coated in every single grain of rice, which will add flavor to the whole experience. The chicken curry. So there's a 2 variation for the chicken curry. There's a fried chicken and there's a chicken. But their fried chicken, right, it's not really fried lah. It's like tandoori style. Actually, I don't see any crispy skin outside, so it's not really fried chicken. And this is the chicken curry. So I can tell that they actually put a lot more gravy, the curry gravy, for the chicken curry. Yeah. So I'm gonna try a big chunk of the chicken. Surprisingly, the chicken curry isn't very spicy. Actually, among all the curry, this is probably the most bland curry that I've tried so far. Even the tofu one has more taste than it, but it's not that it's tasteless. It's just not as powering. And you see, the rice is quite coated with a lot of curry gravy. And finally, for the fried chicken biryani. So this is like a tandoori chicken. So I'm not too sure why is it called fried chicken, but yeah, not too sure you can see it. It's not even fried, really that fried. Oh, maybe it is. Just without a lot of pepper. Anyway, I'm gonna try it. Like I said, it's like tandoori chicken, but it is less dry than most tandoori chicken and less charred. So you don't get that charred flavor that you always associate, the smoky flavor you associate with tandoori chicken. This is, but I won't call it fried. You taste a bit of sourish and sweetness from the fried chicken, which is quite interesting. I don't know what kind of marinade they use, but there's a very slight hint of sweetness as well in the fried chicken. And then the biryani rice, yeah, way less flavor compared to the rest because the gravy that they give, right, it's not curry, it's maybe just some oil. I don't know. There's no curry, so it's not as flavorful as the rest. If you like something very strong, this is probably not the one for you. Okay, we have finished trying all the biryani. So this is actually my take on this 47 biryani place. It is definitely worth the price because it's ranged from like $5.50 to $7.50 if I'm not mistaken. Takeaway box you get to pay 30 cents more. Price wise, no issue. Definitely worth the price. But the waiting time is a bit crazy. I queued before the place was open, right? So it took me about 1 hour to get my food. I cannot imagine if you come later than me, you'll be about 2 to 3 hours, I guess. So not worth the wait. Then compare in terms of the fried biryani that I got. My number one will be the mutton curry, because the mutton curry, right, actually creates a lot more flavor to the rice. Also because of the mutton taste that I like. The mutton smell gives a lot of flavor to the whole rice itself. Number two, I'll actually go for the fish curry. The fish curry is not like the usual fish curry where it's a little bitter. It is not bitter, and it has this very nice, interesting I don't know how to put it. It's like a spice that I have never really tried before. So it's really different from the other fish curry that I tried. Third, I would actually give it to the curry chicken. The curry chicken, the chicken itself doesn't really have much taste, but the curry, from, even though they say no curry, no problem, right? But the gravy, I won't say curry, the gravy that it comes with the chicken actually makes the rice taste so much better. But if you're under carb control, then yeah, this probably isn't for you lah. But if you love the rice, right, the curry coated with the rice gives it the best flavor among all the dishes here, except for the mutton one. The rice is so much better with the gravy. After the chicken curry, I'll probably give to the tofu, because the tofu, they use some kind of spices that associate with fish curry in the past that I tried, so that actually makes the tofu taste so much better. And lastly, I'll give to the fried chicken, because the fried chicken is a tandoori chicken. It doesn't give the rice any extra boost in the flavor, but the chicken itself is very nicely marinated with a hint of sweetness. If you want just the chicken itself, definitely the fried chicken will be better than the curry chicken. But if you want the whole package, I feel that the curry chicken will actually take the trophy, because of the curry that gives the boost to the rice. How about you? What is your take? What is your favorite among all the five?
I typically don't go for fish, but this time around I found the fish really good. And I like chicken, but out of the two, right, I kind of prefer the fried chicken the best. Mutton is okay, but I typically don't eat mutton that much. Tofu is okay, but I'm not used to eating tofu with just rice, so maybe not for me. So I would just go for the fish and fried chicken. I kind of feel this is a bit more healthier because the rice is not that oily, but then the downside is that it's not as flavorful as what I'm used to and what I prefer. Yeah, and so if you ask me whether would I go for this or would I go for like one of my other favorite biryani places, right, that has more packs more power on the rice, right, I think I would go for that one. Yeah.
Same. So that's the number one then.
I think I would have to say the fried chicken.
Oh, this one is the number one? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, quite close. Fried chicken or fish? Maybe for the fish actually, because that one has some curry. But also the downside I feel is that there's typically not much curry in all the boxes.
Yes.
So I feel like it's not as shiok as how I would usually enjoy biryani. So yeah, okay, then I'll go for the fish, and if that's the case.
Okay. So because of the curry.
Because of the curry, yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I also faulted this tandoori chicken, or rather fried chicken biryani, because of the lack of gravy, and precisely why I like the chicken curry and the mutton curry better. So I think we are in sync in that area. But my number one is different from you. But that's also because I love mutton and you love fish.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, got it. So this is the verdict. Do we think it's worth the queuing? If you haven't tried it before, do queue. And then after you try it once, probably you won't try to queue it again, because even I won't queue for that long anymore. Is it worth the price? Yes, definitely a 5-star. You can just go and try it. It's really quite good. And yeah, this is our review for the 47 biryani. So till next time, quick say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Please like and subscribe.